Oh my God, it's day 2 at Hybrid Racing in Baton Rouge. You felt as though we didn't get anything done.
Yeah, there's a long list of stuff still.
Don't say it like that. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be doing the engine bay today, mostly touching it up.
Yep.
And it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna just get it all nice in one color. That's my main focus, is the car.
Yep.
And then David and the guys here at Hybrid are gonna do kind of the more like mechanical aspects of the engine. So today we're gonna try and get closer to mounting the engine. Don't know if we'll get actually there today, but get the trans, the motor, the flywheel, the clutch, all that stuff that gets you one step closer to get it into the car. All right, so the good news is that the old engine mount has been cut off, it's been primered, and now basically I gotta clean this all up. So thankfully, what you can do at some paint shops, you can actually get a paint code from a car and put it into an aerosol can. So we'll have literally the exact paint code to spray onto here, and then I'll just do some touch-ups all around. It's not gonna be perfect, and that's okay, but I'm gonna mask this all up and get it done. So good news, they mix the paint extremely well. It matches right up to the Captiva blue of the rest of the bay, which is great. And now that was our first coat, just kind of a light dust stain, a little heavier than I usually would, but it's okay. We're gonna let that dry and keep going. All right, so I should have filmed more. The real way to do it is to pull everything out and then go to your buddy's paint shop and do it the right way. But this time around, I was just like, you know what, the K-Series motor, the turbo, all that, I'm just excited. I wanna get this done faster, but not to the point where I'm BSing it. It's been, how long have I been doing this, David?
Long time.
Long time. So I still cared to a degree, but thankfully, it looks really great. My original plan was just to spray this, but then I got carried away with the aerosol can. I was like, I can just do most of it. And I ended up just kind of going all the way around. This was absolutely disgusting. I wasn't gonna paint it because the intercooler and radiator would be here, but I just couldn't handle how bad it was. This really shows just how pretty this color is when it's done. So Mr. David here's helped me clean up real quick, but he's been working real hard on the motor. We'll talk about the motor in just a second. But the thing is, there are these giant kind of gashes in the paint and in the metal, and that was kind of like my main priority, to kind of get a little bit over them at least. That way they're not so distracting on the eye. Here's some pictures of the original motor and engine bay, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. Stress meter's gone up a little bit because a bunch of parts didn't arrive, which is really frustrating. While I was doing shenanigans with the engine bay, you guys were working really tough on the motor today.
Yep.
And when it comes to the motor with the K24, what have we had to do?
The K24A, since this is the JDM Odyssey motor, the water pump housing and situation over here is a bit different than your normal K-Series, or at least the American spec stuff. We had to machine some spacers, space this out. This is an EP3 bracket, and then we've got our belt on here. That way we've got no air conditioning, no power steering. You're gonna run the alternator and the water pump. It's gonna be, you know, tensioned properly using the factory stuff. So we had to deal with that.
For reference, this is what the paint used to look like. Not very good. Transmission choice, what did we go with?
So this is an RSX Type S 6-speed. It's got an M Factory LSD, Hybrid Racing D10 springs, Hybrid Racing gear selector spring, a competition stage 4 clutch, comp light flywheel. Yeah, it's just, this is gonna be an awesome setup.
Yeah, it's gonna rip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I had no idea, but I found the original steering wheel back here.
Really?
I didn't know it was back here.
What that thing looks like.
Got that Odyssey vibes, dude.
This thing in good shape?
It actually,
that's not bad.
Not terrible, to be honest with you.
Dude.
The fuel pump is accessed literally right under the back seat. So it's very easy to access once you get there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Look at that beautiful facade of a fuel pump.
We are gonna use our 335 high flow pump, which is also good for E85. Smell like gas. How long did you say this car sat for?
It is a while.
It's got a lot of corrosion on the fuel tank, the fuel pump. A lot of people run the 225 pumps, but this is not only compatible with E85, gasoline, methanol, but it's also 335 liters per hour, so it's super high flowing, high performance in-tank pump. What, 400 or 500 horsepower?
Yeah.
So
we're good to go.
This will handle that for sure.
All right, so here you go.
Trash.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, S2000 CMC with our master cylinder spacer. With this on in a case swap like this will give you the correct pedal distance, or rod distance, excuse me, that you need. But this is yes. So this is nice because it's sitting right here on the CMC versus having something that's remote and then you have to deal with two things, doesn't leak. So this is a really easy bolt-on solution for case swaps. And then obviously if S2000, you just plug this thing right in. You don't need this.
Good morning. It's day 3 here at Hybrid Racing. By the way, Hybrid Racing, if you ever need Honda parts, make sure to head over there. They're an amazing group of people. So, David.
Yes.
Big day.
Yes.
Actually, a big day. Finally.
Big day.
So, K24.
Yep.
Going in this Honda up here. We got our transmission ready. We got the gear selector springs. We got the maintenance done. It's all married together.
Yep.
It's ready to go. And thankfully we have a lift. So we can just go from the bottom and go upwards.
Yep.
So today's a big day because we're gonna mount the motor, physically see where we're at, mount it to the 3 mounts. There's 2 on the side and 1 with the transmission on the back. After that, we get to put on some fun pieces and go through through the more intricate stuff of making the turbo aspect work. So we'll go through that in a little bit, but first things first, straight and to the point, let's get this motor in this car.
Let's do it. Come forward. I can't go forward. Go down. Stop. Just come this way. And then it's gonna have to go back. It's pretty close.
We're gonna put in the Hybrid Racing short shifter, which is personally one of my favorite products that you guys make. I mean, it's just visually beautiful. You can see everything working and intricate, and it's all designed here, which is awesome.
Yep.
Side note, here is the beautiful downpipe made by Morris, but the thing is about when you turbo a Civic, or specifically these old hatches, this gets really close to the firewall and the brake lines if you have factory brake lines. In hindsight, probably want to do a brake line tuck, but for now, we're trying to get this done right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat wrap this to do the very best protection we can at the moment. Maybe hindsight will tell me to do tuck later. But for the most part, we're gonna heat wrap all this stuff to try and keep the temperatures away from the brake lines. I went ahead and started heat wrapping the Empire Performance downpipe for the turbo kit, and then we also started putting together the Deechworks fuel system. Huge thanks to Deechworks for supplying us the injectors and the fuel lines.
Shout out to Red at B&B Coating, the homie. Powder coated the valve cover and our intercooler pipes.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, check it out. Instagram at B&B Coating.
David, what wiring harness are we running?
This is a Rye-Wire engine harness for a K20.
But it'll work on the K24.
Yes, absolutely. This is the wire harness you have to use. If you're going to use our conversion harness in K-Pro, you want to use this engine harness. So we've got our conversion harness already installed in the car, and now we just got to snake this kind of down up in here and get it into the engine bay. I mean, into the inside cabin. We're going to feed this into here, And
where AC used to be.
correct,
basically.
yeah, this is the stock AC location. We've got a grommet that we're gonna cut and kind of feed everything through.
And Honda makes it.
Yeah.
It's a Honda.
It's an OEM
AC
part for
delete.
the EG that didn't have air conditioning.
Because that was an option.
That was an option.
This Honda had been a challenge. Parts got lost in the mail, but we were able to persevere and make things happen. For the next day, we'll try and fire this thing up and see what happens. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button to tune in for more videos. I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.